Yeah, I'd like to see a Conduit Tethys in a pretty heavy incant build. Usually Conduit Tethys, you're going to lean towards. I like 2 Conduit, 1 Frostbite, though obviously it's somewhat contextual in terms of the spells that you pick up.
Ice Tornado, doubling down on that Conduit.
Oh my gosh.
With Urchin Spines.
With Earthen Spines, yeah.
And Light
But you also have the Fledgling Imps for the Rage.
Honestly, yeah. Double Fledgling Imp right off the bat to throw an Imp on an Imp is pretty solid.
I think you try to get a Welder Helper and put a Welder Helper on it, and then you have actual sustain for your Tethys. It's a little bit counter to, well, I guess it's actually counter to Light's Gift, but
there it is with Admiral.
Oh my gosh.
I actually wouldn't. I would not take Split Anvil.
I'd take the Vapor Funnel.
Because it lets you play a spell for free on the Conduit floor, and then you can open up some other things that you might want for other floors.
We see 1 Vapor Funnel.
Yeah, Vapor Funnel's pretty good too.
Yeah, I like the Light's Gift Vapor Funnel here. I think Light's Gift Anvil is a pretty reasonable pick as well. Any combination of those things plus Conduit.
Admiral goes for the Anvil. Caw still mulling it over. The rest are just jumping into this first ring here.
Oh, I'm going to do Caw and Cell-Link, by the way, scoring-wise.
Which reminds me, we need to clear the previous scores.
They can just start off with a bonus. That's fine, yeah.
All right, looks like we have 4. Oh, wait, nope. Still 1 person deciding. We have at least 3 Conduit builds. I'm excited about this. Also, this is an insane... Yeah, as we mentioned before, this is an insane start for Conduit.
Yeah.
Still have Kachua thinking it over a little bit. Maybe influenced, has heard that Conduit is a strong build, but has not played it much. He's like, do I do it? Do I not do it?
Man, he's really considering. I don't think it's a choice.
No, I think it's a clear Conduit setup.
Like Frostbite, maybe, I guess. I don't know, but
ooh, we see Admiral taking some pyre damage here.
Just
bad draws.
We have everyone taking Split Anvil except for Sanguine Penguin, who went for Vapor Funnel.
Which I think ended up being why he took no pyre damage. I mean, Cell-Link might also get a clean one here. Yeah, he is, because he held on to his spell there. And actually no, it's because he had the Split Anvil, and he was able to play spells on other floors after playing his Ice Tornado.
Yep. So both artifacts provided a way through this fight.
But Admiral here, unable to get the flawless victory. That's going to put him slightly behind Sanguine Penguin.
So not the...
And looks like Cell-Link as well. Oh no, Cell-Link also, unfortunately, not
Cell-Link was 1 hit short, so it takes some damage.
Very interesting. There's a hidden passage here. These incant decks, not the worst kind of decks to go overstacking, though. I'd be a little concerned about building a plan against Divinity top floor. If that's the route you go.
You got Steelworker as a potential that really encourages overstacking. So we got a flawless kill from Ka. Yeah.
You can also overstack the middle floor with Hidden Passage.
That's true, but then you have to take more damage. I like getting a Steelworker.
Another interesting pick there, we see Kachua taking an offering token over a crit builder. I still would have liked a couple more chunky spells and try to get to Conduit too.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
A crit builder obviously accepts magic power very well.
Yeah, this unit draft, I will say, is very underwhelming.
It also, you obviously want to clear things with Split Anvil, but even the knockback, when you have these big chunky armor units that do 0 damage, just getting them out of the way can often be really beneficial.
It can come back to bite you as well sometimes if it doesn't quite kill something. But yeah, it's very solid with Conduit especially.
I will say...
The only thing I don't like about overstacking is the Imps. The Imps are kind of counter to overstacking, but otherwise I think it would be a good strategy.
I might drop the Imps in this setup depending on what units I get.
So I will say, the one thing that disappoints me about seeing this deck pop up here is I was hoping for a couple more murder seeds today. Not gonna lie. We haven't had murder seed
We
yet.
have time. So going for a large on the sweeper is an option for Ka. Nope, but he decides to put it on the multi-striker instead.
He doesn't currently have a good tank, so maybe he's thinking of having the Horned Warrior kind of as a quasi tank for now until he gets something better.
Wow, look at that Merchant of Steel on Sowlink's screen right now. Multi-strike and Incant armor too.
Yep. Pretty solid, and he's doubling down on making the Guard of the Unnamed the tank.
Yeah,
it's not bad. You put a Steelworker on the Guard of the Unnamed, and that's a very, very solid unit.
I think also recognizing that this is going to be a pretty strong deck later on. Just making sure that you don't have any leaks in the early game and dumping everything you can into taking all of the possible upgrades you can that seem reasonable in the shop is a good way to go.
Admiral really struggling to clear these floors here. He took a lot of pyre damage just then.
Got Ritual of Battle as an option. I like it. He's going for the X cost, which works with Split Anvil really well, but he doesn't
Apex
have Split
Imp.
Anvil.
That is a card.
That's a card.
Wow, that's a card.
Armor and Apex Imp are like peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, Guard of the Unnamed as an addition to Apex
infusion.
Imp. Yeah, is really amazing. It's a really good
my
setup.
favorite is Steelworker, but we haven't seen that yet. What I like about this Super Guard of the Unnamed plan for Cellink is it's got a lot of synergy with that Light's Gift. You know, you're going to preserve that armor until Relentless, which is great.
Ooh, we might have our first restart here. Yeah, first restart on Ring 2 for Admiral.
Ouch.
Yeah, he didn't take any unit upgrades. I think this is what's hurting him. I think he was hoping to get better units and use the infusions, and just doesn't have
Kaz got a clean Ring 2 and another Crypt Builder offered.
And now we have Penguin looking at a
like he's skipping.
Penguin's looking at a copy of Drop Cage here, and he's one of the players who actually elected for the Hidden Passage. So maybe some kind of overstacking deck. And also at that point, your overstacking tools are also the thing that keep your overstacking floor from being hit by Divinity.
It's really solid.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Cellink took some pyre damage from Ring 2, unfortunately. I'm really surprised that Kaz thinking this over so much. I think it's a clear Crypt Builder, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, you think about offering token. Oh, he skips. Interesting. Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
I will say Kachua being
anything of this event here. Looking at the Sanguine Penguin. He opts to take the event for Blights.
I think for me, I would skip the event. I think I would skip the event altogether there.
I think I think we saw Cellink or Ka take Apex Imp. I'm not 100% sure though. Holdover offered in the spell shop.
Oh, we have something pointed out in chat. We have Light's Gift combined with Iron Dropcade Hidden Passage yet again. That extra days and the Vapor Funnel. That's 5 for Sanguine Penguin here. Honestly, these Hidden Passages are now just a premium card.
What?
Admiral second restart. Yeah, he's just really struggling on this Ring too.
I just
went wet because Sowlink skipped the Imp for the Branded Warrior.
I don't agree with that. I don't think
against the Chased.
I wouldn't do it. Not only just because of the Chased, but also because of how are you going to get kills when you have so many spell damage? Like you're just killing everything with spells. When is your Branded Warrior going to get a slate trigger?
And it's just there's so much potential for armor gain with these two clans.
I think we see something really interesting here with the problems that Admiral's having, where there's this very, very old lesson that's realized in Monster Train, where you need to generally make some investments in that first ring, that first set of buys. And largely what that ends up being is taking Merchant of Steel and throwing on some upgrades, even if they aren't the most ideal ones. Can cost you when it doesn't work out.
I often steer. I used to steer away from that pre DLC because it's like, yeah, it would help you get through ring 2, but I'm willing to take some pyre damage. But when you get sharded enemies, they can really kill you. You know, so you need something.
I will say, in
I think,
general, very fortunate to encounter your Stygian banner on your Merchant of Steel side for this deck.
Sanguine's going to have a little bit of a hard time here. As Apex Imp ended up in the front due to the knockback of Talos, and that kind of puts you in a really awkward position if you're not able to get enough spell damage onto Talos. And it's looking kind of scary for him right now.
Yeah,
Soundlink picked up the broken shards in the event, the one that gives you
Healing.
pyre health when you play.
I mean, that's good for a tournament score, I guess.
It's kind of a weird pick.
Yeah, Nate, to your point,
Yeah.
you have to prepare yourself for Chubby Talos, often by putting your midliner in the front. It's a little tough there.
And we see Stalink doing that right now. It's probably good timing. The boss is only going to visit once, and the backliner has enough health to live through that round.
Yeah, Penguin also hitting his hidden passage at an awkward time. Can't send the boss up right now because it would go directly to the pyre room. So that's going to be a restart from Penguin.
Restart.
Penguin.
Wow.
He should be fine to get out of this fight. So not all is lost. I think as long as he puts Apex Imp in front, Guard of the Unnamed behind that, he'll be perfectly fine. Definitely a bit awkward there.
Stalink is also going to have. He did play that smart. The question is, will he still be able to get enough damage out? So far, it looks okay. The Guard of the Unnamed will get pretty thick. Yeah. Okay. So he switched it up. He actually just didn't play Tethys.
Penguin?
Penguin just didn't play Tethys. Just put everybody else up there instead.
That's interesting. I got another restart from Admiral.
Yeah, he's really struggling on that ring too. I feel you, man. I feel you. I know what it's like.
I feel like you have an affinity for these.
Yeah, I've done the 30-minute restart show before.
I definitely felt like more than 30 minutes, I will say. At least from my end.
Well, yeah, we just kept going back. Oh, and there's another restart.
we have an exciting update for everyone. Nate is on ring 4. Next update, Nate is on ring 4. All right.
Yeah, I think Sanguine got it here. He has the Apex in the middle. He's got his Guard of the Unnamed in the front. He's relying quite heavily on this Vapor Funnel for unit kills.
Well, he's got the combo.
The double combo.
And
there he goes. He got the kill.
I'm a little worried about Ka killing this boss.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, wow. Ancient Synergy.
Restart
after Talos draft.
Ka.
The Talos draft with an Ancient Synergy in here into the Conduit build.
Yeah. So Stalink making it through. Let's see if it was a flawless kill here.
Yeah, I didn't see if he had any leaks.
He has taken some damage.
He healed it though, so
yeah, he did.
artifact paying off. So the first Stalink so far the only one that hasn't had to restart. I do like the Ancient Synergy.
Admiral can get through if he plays everything out. He can get. Let's see.
Steelworker. Steelworker is an option. When whoever took the Apex Imp, it's got to be something you want to see.
Yeah. That would be Kachua.
I still think what I would do is I would put Guard of the Unnamed onto Apex Imp, and then I'd put Steelworker onto a separate unit on the same floor, so that you get the double effect, right? You get all the scaling from every time you incant, plus the scaling of the Steelworker. That's what I would do. I don't know if that's
alternatively, you could just dupe your Apex Imp with a Steelworker and
do double. Yeah. I think you by default you have to plan on duping your Apex Imp. but we'll see. The fact that you get so we have Admiral finally makes it through. He has 4 Pyre health and a Dream to make it through the rest of this run, but he did make it.
Now,
He has not played with Apex Imp before. He's mulling over, trying to figure out what it does. Could be a.
It's very good, for the record.
Yes. No, he might have seen it before, but at least he hasn't finished run with it yet.
we have Capricious Reflection showing up yet again. One player choosing to take, one player choosing to skip. Definitely, I think a lot better things that you can see that pop up on when you're in a spell-based deck than when you're in a unit-based deck.
Yeah, because spells often you have discounts, spell damage, or holdover, and
Yeah, there's nothing quite as disastrous
when-
as Burnout 1.
Yeah, you've been burned, but I've had lots of success with it. Let's see, Cause doing much better this time against the boss, but still falling short.
Well, he can send her up and be okay. He would kill it in 4 hits. He opts not to.
I mean, he's already invested in the restart.
You might as well go all in, try
Yeah.
to save your Pyre health.
Now, I'm curious in you guys' takes on how to finish out building your champion here. I'd actually lean towards trying to get Conduit 2 Frostbite 1. The Frostbite going to work pretty well with this very armor-based defensive plan to help you through relentless fights. It's not doing much until then, but it's at least kind of a guaranteed relentless kill.
I would go full Conduit and Apex Imp for the relentless kill.
Yep, me too.
Should be just fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
especially
so.
once I see Steelworker.
And the fact that you can overstack lends itself also, you may not think it like directly, but it lends itself really well to spells anyway. You just go full draw, get your ascends, overstack your floor, get your Apex Imps up there, and then just kill everything with spells. I think that's the cleanest way to do this. The nice thing will be for those that did take the split anvil is you have the flexibility to play your Ice Tornado somewhere else and then play your spells anywhere else, which those that did not and opted for instead the Vapor Funnel, they don't quite get that option.
Yeah.
There's like a bingo book of
I
things. Oh, good.
So Cellink has Spell Chain on his Urchin Spines.
Oh, ouch. That was a pretty big Pyre hit here for Link.
Yeah, but he can heal some of it back, but it's not going to be a flawless kill. I don't think.
Yeah, there's like a bingo book of things that I really want to see pop up in a tournament at some point. The one that had the potential here was the Penance Yard, followed by the Excavated Ember event. That's a really sweet one, especially for a deck like this. I've gotten that combo a few times.
I've yet to have that happen.
Turn.
I've had it happen, but after, yeah. I've had it happen with Blighted Existence, where I got the thing where they turn into whatever, but after I already got rid of all of mine.
I think one of my favorite things I've done with the Penance Yard is to get the artifact that makes it so your Blights deal 120 damage, followed by Dante for some candles. Just start throwing candles at people. It was great.
So
Yeah,
I don't know
that's
if you guys saw Admiral put already the Nameless Siren on the Apex Imp. So this thing is just scaling, and it can frontline, it can backline. Here it's going to get knocked back, but I think he should have a clean fight as long as he's not dying to the Pyre. That's the only concern.
So Cellink does make it through Ring 4, but it was with some Pyre damage.
Another really solid draft at the end of Ring 4 here, though, with a Frenzied Swarm, as well as a Guardian Stone. The Guardian Stone Essence, I think, going to work pretty well for the people that might want to go for overstacking decks. I mean, the Frenzied Swarm doing the exact same thing. Both of them solid plans to help you set up on top floor if you are concerned about that to any degree.
Sanguine doing some math here. I think he has it. He'll take some Pyre damage for it, though, both due to the spikes and the hits. He'll have to take 3 hits, 75 damage, but he'll be able to make it through. The nice thing is that the first hit will be free. Well, he'll take just spike damage.
So we see Sowlink double Emberstoning a Ritual of Battle. I don't think... Is he on a Apex Imp build? Curious what he's planning on doing with the Rage, because I'm not sure that single Rage card is worth that kind of investment.
He's got a sweeper as his main source of damage. I
Okay.
think that's solid.
Yeah, Sowlink did not take the Apex Imp.
Let's see, what's that Capricious Reflection upgrade on the spike?
Look at that imp
-1.
On Admiral there. That's an unupgraded imp. It just has the Nameless Siren, and it is quite thick here. And he does get a clean kill. So although he had to restart on Ring 2, gets a perfect or a flawless kill onto Talos here.
We got the Old Magic event in Ring 5.
Yet again.
Nice.
Ye Old Magic.
Sap damage descend for Sowlink.
30 damage is going to be a very strong mode for this deck. Also letting it work with Conduit, it's very solid.
I mean, Penguin's going to love it because Penguin already has the days when moving people around. So
yeah, that's
yeah,
a good
and that's another
combination.
tick on his Ancient Synergy. It works very well all around with this deck.
Sowlink putting Spell Chain on Hidden Passage as well.
Interesting. I'm not sure what the plan is with that one. He doesn't have the artifact. Another restart for Ka.
Now, I will say
Throw
the
that Ring of
thing
War.
I'm really starting to get concerned about for these players here is actually pacing. I don't think the pace that's being made right here is going to be very good against the clock. Obviously, you generally have to worry about that with incant decks, though Hellhorn can be a little more straightforward than something like Stygian Remnant, which is what we encountered the other day, where we encountered this problem. But yeah, I think pacing is going to be a bit of a problem in this run.
Not for Cell-Link. But yeah, Ka definitely might run into that. Still in Ring 3.
Just so for those that are viewing who can't see the score, currently Sowlink is in the lead. He is ahead, but he's also the only one who has not restarted so far. Just behind him is Sanguine Penguin, who had to restart on Ring 3, but has had 2 flawless victories. Then Ka, although Ka will not be able to get more points out of this Ring 3 here. And then finally CGB Admiral is in last place with 25 points.
And we see for Sanguine Penguin's build, which is going to try to lean pretty heavily into these movement cards and possibly be an overstacking deck, he does choose to go for that Guardian Stone, put the Essence into his Guard of the Unnamed. I like the build here. Very, very armor heavy, very sustain heavy. He does a lot of work with this hidden passage. Might even want to dupe it.
I'm a huge fan of Guardian Stone in like nearly every Tethys deck, especially with Conduit. Like it just pretty much alone opens up the top floor as an option if you have enough draw.
So we have a Hard in chat mentioning that there's a bug we might encounter here where Conduit Tethys does not discount damage old magics.
Yep, that's right.
Oh.
Yep. Oh man. Oh wait, Sowlink did manage with his Frenzied Swarm. He did manage to actually get enough days to not take any damage. That was great.
So I guess one upside is those that took Split Anvil can probably still play Old Magic for free with Conduit.
As long as you have like an Ice Tornado or something else up there.
Apparently it might work. It's kind of hit or miss whether or not that bug arises. So we'll see, I guess. I think Penguin might find out. I'm not sure.
Okay, so it looks like Ka is finally going to be able to complete Ring 3 with some damage, but that's a milestone.
It's better than being dead.
Or in the Devil's Dance, doing it over and over and over and over again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have PTSD right now?
I don't want to talk about it. No, I cleared both of my runs, guys. We're good. I sorted out my PTSD earlier today, by repeating those runs.
But you did both of them. Cool.
Yeah, I did both of them. The second
Did you see
run,
my clip that I made?
I don't want to talk about it. I did see
I
the
made a clip on your Twitch that I found entertaining personally.
You know, Nate, I'm not sure
know
that
what?
they I'm not sure that the best therapy, at least the best practices for therapy for like, you know, soldiers who have PTSD is to put them onto a battlefield. I'm not sure that that's the strategy that we generally go with as a society.
See what you're missing.
Penguin,
So we
very
just
well
saw-
prepared for Crystal Cloak here. I like that. Crystal Cloak.
Yeah, very clean Crystal Cloak fight.
Crystal Cloak, one of those bosses that can really just get you sometimes out of nowhere. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
as we can
Holdover
see,
Inferno.
Cell Link, a little short here, but he's got sap that will seal the deal.
Yeah.
I love this Holdover Inferno. Oh, he chooses to not take it because of what Penguin's build is. He takes a Tiresome Climb instead. For other
Clean
people,
kill from Cell Link.
so let's see. Other player who will encounter that would be Kachua. So Kachua's Capricious Reflection will show a Holdover Inferno after the next fight.
It's challenging because I guess with if you have Split Anvil and Conduit 3, it's more playable.
I mean, even Conduit 2, and you have access to plenty of Ember Stones. You're going to want to go to a pretty good number of Merchant Magic anyways. Just getting those spells down to 2 cost and having them be free on your kill floor is pretty solid.
So currently, if you're looking at score, we have Sal Link and Sanguine Penguin on the same floor. They're approaching. Sal Link has 5 more shards, so he would be technically up 1 point here. But he's also up an additional 5 because Sal Link has not restarted and Sanguine Penguin has. So very, very close. We're within just a few points of each other. Very similar, reminiscent of the last match.
And look at these Merchants of Steel. Another Merchant of Steel, Incant Armor, and Multi-Strike. These things have been insane.
Nice.
Unfortunately, he doesn't have the. Oh wait, no, he does. I was looking at Sal Link, but yeah, Sanguine Penguin does have several uses for those.
So Admiral going to be very excited about that Merchant of Steel here. I mean, when those Merchants of Steel or Merchants of Magic hit the things you need them to hit, it's massive. The jump in power level can be huge just for a single ring. And I think Incant Armor, as far as common upgrades go, is really insane.
I found Merchants of Magic being less valuable with the DLC due to the fact that shards can give you better upgrades often.
I think it's holdover, permafrost, like those ones are where you want, but like the -1 costs, unless you have like, I guess you still use them for like root seeds and stuff like that. But I kind of agree. I think, especially also the advent of the multi-strike meta that we're living in these days, it's the hunt for the multi-strike. I find oftentimes.
So clean ring 4 kill from Ka, which means he has clean kills for every eligible ring he's encountered, except the restart obviously excluding.
But if he does get a clean ring 5, he would be ahead of Sanguine Penguin.
So Nate, you talk about the hunt for multi-strikes, and then also we have Narninian talking about the value of Capricious Reflection. We just saw Kachua see an Impish Scholar with multi-strike in one of his draft packs.
Oh, there you go.
Big value there. Yeah.
Big value. Well, you could give it another essence and make it a real unit.
Like, we can invest all of these things to make one normal unit.
Well, Scholar Imp with Ritual Battle and like Siren or Incant, Siren Infusion could do some real damage.
I mean, Never Nathaniel had a run with a multi-strike Vodivari.
That's very true. And that thing was sick.
I also had a run with multi-strike Molten Encasement as my main source of damage. So
you know that the extinguished triggers don't multi-strike though, right?
Yeah. No, it was a Firelight build.
Yeah, no, yeah. We talked about that actually, and that you sometimes want just the value of the pip space, and especially with Firelight builds, you can kind of be judicious with your units if they have 1 pip space. So CGB Admiral also having very clean rings after his troubles on ring 2. Ka as well after getting to ring 3. So they definitely have opportunities to catch up. They're currently behind, but it's really they're behind due to time, not necessarily because they are so far behind. But time is becoming a thing now. We're more than halfway through this run, and they still have the worst of the fights left to get through.
Honestly, we're seeing
The longest,
another.
if nothing else.
We're seeing another timing issue here coming. Link still making very good pace, still in the lead, but has been losing a little bit of time having to deliberate over these penances put in the deck by the Blighted Existence event.
Well, I think that's going to open up once he's got Conduit 3 and he has plenty of spare Ember, presumably because of that.
He did just get passed right now by Sanguine Penguin, though. Sanguine Penguin being the first one to get through this fell fight. And he does so cleanly, putting him currently in the lead, but it's mostly due to pace than anything else. But it's still anyone's game. I mean, there's three players have had to restart.
And we look at last fight, anybody that made it, was able to defeat Divinity would have had a strong score advantage.
Yes.
And that reinforce to me here, very, very strong, might enable some crazy things with Apex Imp, but at least somewhat close to the camp of a 1 more card. I'm very tempted by the Deep Offering, and he's really been debating between these two. Deep Offering, you're not going to get more value out of that than you do in a Conduit deck. And he decides to take the Deep Offering.
The biggest issue that I see with almost all these decks is your Apex Imp is going to be crazy strong. It will not sweep the floor. And that's the one thing that Link has going the others don't, is he does have a sweeper. He took the sweeper instead of the Apex Imp. So he'll have the clear. He may struggle a little bit with burst.
And I think
he's gonna have trouble with the walking bosses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the way to make the Apex Imp work is, if that's your only source of unit kills, is you need a lot of them, right? And they obviously need to have multi-strike. So we could see that happen with Hidden Passage. We could see dupes. I don't know how many dupes are left, but that's still an option.
And we saw
CGB Admiral overkilling this boss on ring 5.
we saw Sanguine Penguin actually skip on the holdover Inferno, and we're actually, I think, about to see that same draft come out for Kachua here. I assume he'll take it.
So clean a ring 4 kill from a ring 5 kill from Ka, and clean ring 6 kill from Link.
Yeah, it's a very, very, very tight race now. 2 points currently separating Sanguine Penguin and Link.
I took it. Ka took the holdover Inferno.
Yeah, I think that's going to be big for him.
And just a reminder again, if Ka can play the rest of this run flawlessly, he is actually ahead of Sanguine Penguin due to his flawless victories. Just needs to worry a little bit about time.
So Penguin will have the Vapor Funnel to deal with some backliners if he's just stuck with chunky frontline damage. The issue there is losing flawless victories to small amounts of spikes.
Yeah, right, yeah. And Link has an out there. He doesn't have the Vapor Funnel, however.
I think often what we'll see, given the Vapor Funnel, Light's Gift, and the Iron Drop Cage, is if there are no spikes on a frontliner, or if the spikes are being enabled by an enchanter, likely what will happen is Penguin will send up the tankier units as opposed to the backliners using his ascend spells, and then just be able to pick off the backliners with a few smaller hits as opposed to having to have several chunky hits.
And also, friendly reminder for everyone here that you can play Inferno for free on Conduit Tethys floor once.
Only once. Well, okay,
it
you can do it more
depends.
than once with very specific decks, but
Yes.
armor is not going to help much.
Oh wow, look at that trap shoot iron drop cage with the vapor funnel and lights gift for Penguin Penguin. That's an insane amount of
Honestly,
base.
the problem that he's
Or
having is he cannot play through his spells and the mutilation. This is the one drawback of going into this non-anvil build is he is struggling to get spells out, which means his imp is not scaling as quickly, his nameless siren isn't scaling as quickly, and he's getting filled with blights, a lot of blights. I mean, look at this floor right now. That's pretty disgusting.
So he will be able to deal with a lot of this, likely thanks to the hidden passage, but I think he actually is going to take a tiny bit of damage here. I can't see the size on that vent, but I know it has piercing.
And it's a piercing and spell chain.
Interesting.
So he will get 2 of them out.
Very interesting to see him send up the steel wing there. I would have liked sending up something different, even if it's just a purifier from a lower floor.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, so it's plus
the
10.
backliners will die. The question is how much damage is he going to do to the front line? And I don't think it's going to be enough, but maybe with one more incant. No, it's not going to be quite enough. He's going to take a little bit of damage from the front liner, unfortunately.
Yeah, he
and
didn't.
By a little bit, I mean like 4 or 5 hits.
He didn't end up gaining anything out of sending that steel wing up. If he had brought the purifier from mid floor up, he would have saved himself a self mutilation this turn.
We got Salink debating on Titan's Gratitude, who might discard his Tiresome Climb, which would be helpful. Oh, he's playing the Tiresome Climb on the tank instead. Interesting.
If we take a look over here at the clock, time is really starting to wind down, by the way, down to 18 minutes.
Oof.
I think Salink just accepting the fact that he's not going to have a flawless victory here.
Or hoping that his blights, because he will get health back from all of his blights here. He has 1 in hand with a Vengeful Shard. He opts, to play that, get some health. He might be able to heal himself out of it. He only took like 2 hits, so maybe 3 blight plays might get him there.
He's doing the Sunder to Pyre.
Yeah, yeeting to the top floor. Oh man, Sanguine Penguin taking a lot of damage from those spikes on that front tank unit there.
Right.
He's really having a hard time in this fight.
Ka not playing the free holdover or the free Inferno, not holdover, because there was nowhere to play it.
Well, he could have played it middle floor, but for nothing.
I think he should get a really clean kill onto Fell here. His Apex Imp is pretty thick, doing a lot of damage, and I think he should be just fine. Especially after just blasting Fell for 800 damage. And there we go. Ka gets a clean kill onto Fell and chooses to style on him with the Inferno.
That's funny.
He only had to play it once.
Yeah, he only had to play it once. Admiral's build's also looking very solid. His Apex Imp has almost 300 damage right now. Actually, has more than 300 damage. Small numbers are hard to see, guys.
Yeah, I think there's still potential for some flying kills here. It involves busted Apex Imp setups alongside some amount of ascending cards or Inferno. Honestly, the person who might be in the best position to do it is actually Kachua. He's on a very strong Apex Imp build. He has the holdover Inferno. He has double Urchin Spines, one of which is consumption removed.
So CGB Admiral also getting a clean Fell kill here, putting him also in a good position. I mean, we're talking between first and last place is 8 points. That's not a lot. That can be made up very easily with either a flying kill or a flawless when somebody else doesn't. So anybody's game right now.
I'm very curious to see if Sellink's going to pull off this flawless kill, because that Pyre health has been fluctuating a lot.
Yeah. Oh, he gets 2 vengeful shards in his last hand.
Yeah.
That might have done it. We'll see.
I think that did it, yeah. I think that's more than he started with.
And the jury says
Yep, he got
clean.
it.
Yep.
Clean kill.
Flawless.
So Sal Link just continuing to improve his lead over Sanguine Penguin here. And between these, I think Sal Link is if he can get a clean Seraphite as well, he's probably locked in first or second place. It's then going to be a race for the others to see who's going to pull themselves into the lead here.
Interesting. We see double summons coming out from Sanguine Penguin here. He's still sitting on his 2 copies of Fledgling Imp. Wondering if he's thinking about doing something with them.
Yeah. Also, race is definitely the operant word here, because it's coming into the time limits.
Yes.
Yep. And of course, time is also a tiebreaker if it comes to that, with these scores being so close. It could.
S Inferno over here doing amazing work for Kachua.
Ashes of the Fallen in the shop there.
Yep.
Oh,
Pretty good.
For the alternate universe imp build.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, some people did keep their fledglings. Not everybody got rid of them.
yeah, again, I mentioned Penguin. He kept his Fledgling Imps, and he decided to buy Ashes. Final ring,
So
I'm not
Cobb
sure.
is going with like the champion as follow-up, I guess.
Yeah, not really sure, but I mean, he's gonna be fine here. Those Apex Imps, they just get too big. Not to mention, he can get a nice Inferno hit here, prepping the boss, just choosing to torch his own guy. The masochist style play. And Ka coming out with a very clean ring 7.
Ring 7, nice.
Honestly, those self-torches come in to play a lot. These 2 clans have a decent number of revenge triggers between them. Not too relevant here,
Pulling
but
ahead right now. He's ahead of Sanguine Penguin by a full 9 points right now because of 2 flawless victories.
Oh, it's actually 10 because I just updated the shards.
Yeah.
now Penguin
So,
should be able to help himself plug up some of the leaking problems that he's had in these last couple fights. He did pick up a Trader's Quill here. So just that little bit of extra damage, actually a decent bit of extra damage coming out on some of these waves.
CGB Admiral, also clean ring 7. So that's also going to put him in a second place position. Wow, very, very close. But Sal Link and Ka currently in the lead. Have to see how they play out this Divinity fight and the words are hard. Divinity and Seraph, but it's very close.
It's interesting. If I recall, yesterday Ka was also coming from behind with early restart that no one else had.
Oh,
yesterday.
wow.
Yeah.
So Sal Link here had an opening hand with 2 Vengeful Shards, both of his units, and he ended up getting Frenzied Swarm. He wouldn't have been able to play everything, but he also had a Titan's Gratitude in the hand, chooses to play Titan's Gratitude on bottom floor instead of Frenzied Swarm, since he couldn't play both of the shards. The Frenzied Swarm was discarded, so he ended up taking 1 damage and losing any potential for a flawless fight.
He'll heal it back. I think he's fine.
But no flawless
But
fight.
he now has 4 more.
No, if you heal it back, he'll be fine.
He already did. He has taken 1 damage and gained 4
Healed
health.
3 or gained 4 health. Yeah, okay, he's good then.
Or 5. Sorry. He net gained 4 health.
He opts to play the Steel Polyclaw, which is surprising to me since it's the Chaste. I think you'd want to save it.
Yeah, that's a little bit strange. Oh, this floor could, if he loses his Nameless Siren, I don't know that the rest will survive. He can
You
sap.
mean Guard of the Unnamed?
Yeah, Guardian. Why is he not sapping the multi-striker?
I don't know.
I'm surprised as well. Was he?
This is the one issue with Chase is that even if you have the Lights Gift, you're not actually safe. You've been safe the whole run, and then
He can
the
send-
tables get turned.
No! Oh, Soulink. Okay. Well, he does get rid of it, but he could have also sent one of the multi-strike 25 damage backliners to the pyre and used the Light's Gift days to get it free kill.
There was no Lights Gift days. Chase had removed it.
Oh, right. My bad then.
Though worth
Yeah,
noting,
I think he's recovering pretty well.
what is the
Yeah.
I can't remember the sequencing on that with the so the light wing that comes in, you could still send up, by the way, the one that's spawned by Seraph the Chase, because that one is actually dazed.
Yeah, it happens
Yeah.
post cleanse.
Yeah.
CGB Admiral looking like he might take some pyre damage here, unless he can somehow get through enough damage. Oh, he does it. He's able to clear the floor. Look at that.
It's interesting. Like everyone's on floor 8 now, whereas there's a lot of separation earlier.
Yeah, I think the top players slowed down and the bottom players felt the call of the wild and got themselves back into this game.
Well, Kachua was very far behind, and then he saw a holdover Inverto and started casting it every turn.
I'm literally holding a book called Call of the Wild right now. Do you have a webcam?
No.
Well, he does own a webcam, Arninian.
I do
Or
own
no,
one.
do you have a webcam on my place?
Not that I'm willing to disclose.
It's like when you put one in a bathroom. You don't tell people, you just put it.
So I didn't see. Did Penguin Penguin take any damage in the
I
fight?
think that was a clean kill. I'm not 100% sure though.
I'm gonna assume yes, but we can check it afterward.
Just laughing at Ka's deck here because he's got 2 holdover consumer moved trapdoors.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Just send everybody down.
Down you go.
There you go.
I think it would be
The
funny.
only problem is so many of his spells he can't play where he has his imp. But I think it's fine.
I think it would be
I
kind of
just
funny
love
if
the
you
low
could trap
tempest.
shoot. Imagine if you could trap shoot Divinity and just he'd like slide down the screen.
Like the whole body.
Yeah. You just keep playing it on him, and it's like when people like fall under the map inside a 3D game, you know?
Yeah. So it looks like he's got. I think it's a clean kill. We'll find out in a second. But Ka has the kill at least. It's taken him a while. So it is clean kill for Ka. So all flawless for Ka except for that ring 3 where he had to restart.
Yeah, he was looking really shaky in the early rings, and then he really got solid.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Whereas
this
Penguin
is
Penguin kind of reversed, right? Like his build seemed amazing early on, and now it's really been struggling. But I mean, the Seraphite was pretty clean.
I think this is a deck combo that in general will hit its stride at some point, you know? I think most of your runs are gonna kind of pick up in the later fights.
The question is, who can get a flying kill? I think that's going to be the determining factor, to be honest. I mean, we're talking like 3 or 4 points are separating Ka and CGB Admiral and Sanguine Penguin. So it's very, very close.
So there was a very possible one for Penguin, and he was very close to some earlier that involved a Rail Beater in front of Apex Imp. Unfortunately, his draw order did not allow for that here. So there's no way for him to set up the melee weakness going onto the Apex Imp attack.
The nice thing is he can basically send anybody up to Aspire for the most part, even some of these thicker tanks in the back. It looks like he's going to do that right now. I mean, that's going to be 6 days. He doesn't even need to play another one. Okay, so also CGB Admiral getting a clean Seraphite. Yeah, I mean, it's as tight as can be. We have a less than 10-point difference going into this final Divinity fight.
Yeah, I mean, Soundlink has pretty much got it if he can get clean fights.
Oh, wait a minute though. He doesn't currently have the kill.
Oh. He's got sap though. It's gotta help.
The sap will help a lot. Actually, a lot. Sap is going to help tremendously. I think you tornado, ritual, torch. It's going to be really close. Oh man, that tornado was just unfortunate.
Kachua here, ever so slightly off pace for a flying kill on Divinity. Maybe some way he can pick up the pace a little bit here, but I'm not sure I'm seeing it. It's close.
No. Sallink. He's going to have to restart.
Oh man, that opens up this up a lot.
Ooh.
Yeah, that puts him immediately from first to last. I mean, he's still only 10, less than 10 points behind, but that's going to be a big hurdle to try to overcome here.
I think Kachu might actually take this. Like
Yep.
first place.
I think he's got. He can do it next turn. Like literally, just send everybody out of the way and just hit Divinity in the mouth. Like, yeah, exactly. Just Inferno. It's so good. I think he might have it right now. Ancient Synergy. Bam.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got it. Flying kill.
Got it. Flying kill. Wow.
And flawless.
And that's going to secure him the lead. That's definitely going to secure him the lead. What a comeback to go from just getting obliterated on that
had
ring.
it in the bag as far as qualifying. I think if he had just been able to clean kill that.
So we see an awkward draw order coming out for Admiral, but he does hit Steelworker turn 2 in this draw. Problem now, yeah, he can't afford to keep Tethys alive, but he couldn't keep Tethys alive and get the Steelworker down.
Yeah, that's right. He had to opt for one or the other, and I think it makes sense. You get a lot of value out of. He's gonna restart. Oh no, that basically disqualifies him. I think, or not disqualifies him, but that he's
eliminates.
Not make it. Yeah.
Well, Penguin with a defeat.
Oh boy.
So this is the tight one.
Sallink really has a chance.
Yeah, it's going to come down if Sallink can
win on time. We're down to what? 3 minutes?
3 minutes left. Yeah. Let me just check Viable. What is your stream? What does your clock say?
Clock is currently 2:20. 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
Oh man.
So I don't think he's going to be able to do it.
No, I think it's going to be Admiral. Wow, what a crazy finish!
If he hurries up.
No, I mean Admiral doesn't even have to finish the run. Like he's there. Sallink would have to literally win and beat Divinity in less than 2 minutes. I don't think it's going to happen.
I think it's pretty remarkable if it's Admiral and Ka in the that's going to go through here, because they were both in the second chancers.
Sallink was as well. So
yeah,
we had 3 second chancers that are going in.
But Sallink was an upset that he was a second chancer. If you get my drift. I was really surprised that he died to he died in ring 3 and just didn't restart.
Sallink just doesn't have enough time.
Yeah.
He might have enough time to beat Seraph if he's really fast.
Yeah, but
even if he beats Seraph, he already restarted, so he won't get any points for the ring.
So Admiral, unfortunately, here had to invest his reinforces into Steelworker to make sure he didn't actually lose his kill floor, which cost him a lot of damage output. He suffered some leaks as a result.
Yeah, that's looking a bit rough.
I'm surprised. I thought Sallink had a pretty solid build here.
I did too. I think he was trying so hard to get flawless that it ended up costing him. I think if he just accepted some of the early damage, he would have had a much cleaner kill onto Seraph.
I think if he didn't go for the pyro healing, he would have had a better setup.
Yeah.
Yeah.